I know in a lot of cities, that's one thing that they do track is how many new trips were generated of people that hadn't cycled. I think we knew when New York had launched their city bike, they were getting a lot with people who didn't even own a bike to get out and cycle. And yeah, I don't know the specific numbers on that. I think what was really stark for us, and I realize this is a very larger city context, but we'd come to the Netherlands before the bike share launched and seen how bikes and transport link. And then when we got back and there was bike share, and I was literally taking the SkyTrain to a bike share to get to work the rest of the way. It's like, why did this take so long? And, while London may be working more with a bus system, that connection with bike share and transit was huge. And I think it's huge. We know it's huge here, but we are sure it's huge in a lot of other cities as well.
It's huge because it's scalable. And I think we're always talking about, again, the network-based approach, big picture thinking. You can't take bikes on buses up to a point. So if you have that bike share available on the other end of your journey, you're more likely to chain those two modes of travel. But the reason we got so excited about bike share in Vancouver is it's kind of this Trojan horse to utility cycling. And I think in a city where cycling was still seen predominantly for a sport and recreation that required a helmet and special clothing, this idea of getting on an upright bike, a step-through frame, and not wearing a helmet was revolutionary, and it introduced a lot of new people to how normal, slow, everyday cycling could be, especially in a city where bike theft is really high. People are scared of investing in a bike or leaving their bike parked on the street. And the retail market didn't necessarily have these utility bikes. So it was for all the other reasons to invest in bike share. The cultural shift that I think occurred was quite interesting. And again, cycling to a lot of people who maybe would have walked or take the bus instead, decided to invest a couple of dollars in a monthly bike share membership. It really changed their travel patterns and gave them another choice. If it's a rainy day, maybe they didn't choose that choice. But again, at the end of the day, we're stressing options and freedom of choice rather than the monopoly that the car has in our mobility networks, unfortunately, in most places these days.